one jump. And of course there is a lobster thrown in there as well, so another jump soon. There it goes. Welcome to a zerok 3 versus 3 with, in the teal, we've got Catastrophe with jump bots, we've got Cabin Boy with tanks, and Top Hack with purple shield bots. Versus, in the yellow, we've got Finish Lime 506 with amph bots, in the orange we've got Hatkeef with shields, and we've got Fox with red jump bots. So, what are we going to do? Well, we are going to have the flight of the Jugglenaught in this match. So, other than that, I don't know anything about this match, but we'll have a flying Jugglenaughts. So, you know what? Sure. It's a relatively small map, so Newton launching Jugglenaughts shouldn't be too difficult. They are, of course, very heavy, so alright, but it should still be pretty easy to get it into the enemy base. But I'm not sure how far they're going to fly. Anyways, Kadachi is a little bit pincered, but does take the duck down, and actually manages to get out of there. Almost in one-shot range of a duck, but it will just be healing up soon enough, and then it will be all fine. If it gets killed for free, every time I make sling... what? Sling is bad. Sling is not bad. You just shouldn't be losing it. It's artillery. It should outrange. Anyways. For now, Northwest with slightly better eco. But Pyro might be able to change that up a little bit. And it is, of course, a Raider Riot, so it's very strong against just simple bandits and such. Trip Kadachi is very strong as well. Both Pyro and Kadachi don't care about Afterburn, which is especially strong for Kadachi when facing Pyro, because that is, of course, normally 225 damage worth of Afterburn, which makes Pyro so incredibly strong against squishy raiders like Glaives or Bandits. But Kadachi doesn't really care, and Pyro does not really care either. Up north, Pyro from Teal is moving in and burning in the sky. That doesn't hurt the factory. So now you're not able to prevent the bandits from being produced. Probably bad to jump there, but they try to get out of there, I guess. Not really sure. Kadachi also moving in will be taking down Metal Extractor, you would hope, but it did not actually damage it enough for that, and now it goes down to a moderator. Right. Archer and Ducks, another little bit of a Raider Riot in Archer, and just a couple of normal Raiders with Ducks. Alright, well, Bandits will be cleaned up there very shortly, I say, but there is still one alive, which is only now getting cleaned up. Alright. Already Jack out. So that is 600 value, but it is able to kill at least 2 maxes already, and still pretty much full HP. With a little bit of support, Jack, it can be devastating. I don't think they can 1v1 in Commander, but with 2 of them you definitely can start sniping those. Clumped up amph bots are also a little bit dangerous to be facing off against multiple Kadachis. However, you do have the benefit that Ducks, of course, have the alpha damage, so they're not as bad against, well, Pyro or Kadachi as some other raiders might be. And Jack did a little bit of damage, took down a Lotus, but that's about it. Right now, Northwest still with the better eco, even though they have less map control, but that's mostly just in the reclaim and a little bit of overdrive. Lobster is already out. Not sure what you try to lob soon. Maybe just a couple of ducks? Not sure. Or Scallop. Scallop actually is something you can lobster quite well. Just because it's a very slow unit normally. And it wants to be close up. So that's a combination that normally does not really work. Getting close up and being very slow. Just like Jack. Jack also wants to be close, because otherwise it can't hit anything. Alright. Well, Kadechi's still hitting the ducks a little bit, but nah. Going down already. Jack draining the shield for the Felon, but no support, so can't really do anything. Double Commander and Kadechi, that is good support though. At least good enough to just hold on. And as long as you just heal that Jack back up, it will be good to go for another round. Down south we've got a little bit of shield ball. And Flamethrower from Pyro does deal extra damage to shields. While also passing through, so it also damages the HP directly, I believe. But not able to do a whole lot there. A lot of reclaim on the field though. 900 up north and another 750 over here. Or like almost 800. Yeah, almost 800. Which these welders are going to be trying to collect. Right. Still, weird lobster. One scalpel, that one makes sense, but the other two do not. They want to both stay at range, so not sure what you want to lob. Unless you're trying to throw the shield ball, which does also make sense. Right, more pyros moving forwards. No real entire pyro. Just a couple of assaults. Not exactly great. A billet? You know, Stinger could work decently. Just because it's able to kill one pyro before it gets close. But that's about it. Scallop and Bulkhead being thrown back. But the pyro's just running through, not dead yet. What's coming in? Well, Jugglenaught and Archer. Archer is able to clean up the pyros and will not go down itself. No, Southeast now finally going to take that last little max in the corner. And this one should also be captured by Southeast. Since, well, Northwest only has a single pyro close and are not really doing anything. The commander over there getting sniped by the mega DPS of double Felon. And, well, Jack now going to soak the shield, or like drain the shield. But, oh well, not going to do anything. Empty for sure, and that's a very exposed commander. Of course it is a recon, so it is able to jump away. But it's still very exposed. A single ogre isn't enough to take it down though. And Jugglenaught is now out. Jumping a Jugglenaught in here could be quite strong, I believe. Could throw a couple of units off the cliff as well, which well, lets them take a lot of fall damage. And these units, because those are shields, don't have a lot of direct HP. It's mostly, of course, in the shield. Even their assault is like less than 1000 HP. So jumping on top of those with the Juggernaut, I believe, would work quite well. Though I'm not completely sure. Constable not taken down by the bandit, because the bandit is, well, probably in the same control group as the other units over here. And Faraday stunning a bunch of shields, and oh, Jugglenaut missing. Come on now, Jugglenaut. At least it is able to kill the Felon by just throwing a welder into it, but alright. Nice new scar though. Don't think I've really paid attention to those yet. And another Juggernaut jump. Yeah, once again, not doing a whole bunch of damage. But that's fine. Slowly waddling away. Alright. And over here, that's a pretty dangerous shield ball. You do have two jacks close, so you can drain the shields quite well. But your moderators are soon in range of the Felon, and those are definitely a better target. Using a placeholder and then the AoE from an Ogre might be good. I don't think I've really seen that work out yet. And the issue is that Ogre is outranged by Felon. So you would still need to drain the shields first before you can engage. So not the easiest. Forward fusion, that's an amazing choice. I mean, if the enemy gets close to it, their push will be stopped. Of course it will. Alright. Till though, Northwest with a way better eco will soon have more energy to overdrive with as well. Once the fusion goes up. And, well, attrition is better. They're getting the reclaim. Right now it's going to be difficult for Southeast. They're holding on with the jacks by draining the shields the entire time, but they don't really have anything to push with. Minotaur, alright. Just like Jack, is good at draining the shield. And it also has pretty decent damage and range as well. So it's easier to use in this case than a Jack. And yeah, okay, those are just stuck there because of the placeholder. That's of course very nice. When they are in place, you can probably engage with jacks, but that's just so much shield that I don't think you can really drain the shields well enough with your jacks. They'll just go down to the insane DPS from like multiple felons. There are 5 felons in that ball. That's like an insane amount of DPS. They are like 700 each? Yeah, 705 DPS each. So that's like 3500 DPS. That means a jack goes down in like 2 seconds. Yeah. And want a lob boost? You know what? That's a great idea. Because its jump is that large. Well, there's a thingy is that large. So it is able to throw it a lot further. And this is still a good target. So. Show me the jump. One jump. And of course there is a lobster thrown in there as well. So another jump soon. There it goes. However, a lobster jump does not deal like jumping damage. So that's a bit of an issue. So all of a sudden your Jugglenaught is under fire. It's sliding away. But it shouldn't go down. Even though it's throwing thugs into itself, it should still not go down. No, indeed. Right. Over here, Shield Ball is still alive. However, Team Southeast has gotten a bit of the position back. They should be able to get the maxes up. There is a little bit of reclaim. More reclaim on this side, but this is a lot more difficult to take for themselves. And, well, Firewalker is slowly taking this position as well. Like, you're raiding with your Minotaurs, that's fine. But where is your endgame? That's the issue. The other team now has significantly more energy eco. Their metal eco is also, well, now equal thereabouts because of the 20 reclaim. But their base eco is at least a lot better. Firewalker in range of Felon, so indeed going down. The other one might go down as well quite soon. So already has to retreat. The 2 Minotaurs are still there, that's fine. But like, just get a couple of bandits up there. Or just some shields, but bandits is better. And they will just go down. Like, sure, you've lost 3 maxes there, but that's about it. It's 1700 value. That's not dealing, like, an amazing amount of damage. Jugglenaught tries to jump, but, yeah. It's managing to get, like, at least 2 Felons killed, but that's about it. So it's not bad. I mean, that already pays for itself, pretty much. 1700, and you pulled in 2 Felons of 620. So that's also relatively close. Fusion, going down. And, no Minotaurs going down in the explosion. So your tactic, your 20 IQ play did not work out. And the Minotaurs are still moving through. Now they're finally doing some significant damage. One of them could go down quite easily to the Felon. Just barely not. Felon's shield is drained. Does it go down? Or does it just get enough shield back to kill the Minotaurs? No. But the Bandit now does. Or at least should. Well, cleaned up anyways. There it goes. They are stabilizing. Racketeers to stun or like disarm a lot. It's also 2500. So against shields that would be a third. So that's still a little over 700 burst for each one of them. And you've got 9. That's a lot of damage to shields as well. Enough to... I think that's enough to like drain the shields in one shot pretty much. Once you manage to do that, your other units can easily, well not easily, but can move in without getting damaged by the Felons. To do some good damage and clean that shield pile up. That would be 6,000 value destroyed. Over here they also have a bit of a hard time pushing in. However, with a lot more cheap units, of course, Racketeers work a lot less and already just southeast giving up. Eco was something they were hurting in a lot, and although the Racketeers would have been able to make them hold on a little bit longer, if you just look at the value graph, they still were not doing all that well. Finish line, I'm disappointed by your Jugglenaught, but you did indeed throw it in. It did go flying a little bit.